Okay, great. Okay, let's move on. Thank you so much. We've reached 80. Please go get others and tell them we are back. So we can go back to 100 and then the overflow can go to YouTube. Recording. Great. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back. I see you guys are serious about hearing from me. It's nothing serious, but I believe that everything that I'll be sharing with you this evening is something that we all need. As FBO, we are already on the last half of 2025. And all of us, when the year started, we had goals, we had dreams, we had targets that we wanted to reach. And some of us managed to reach those targets, and some of us are still trying our best to push towards those targets. And I just want to say to you guys, I believe so much in you, and I know you can do it. I think on the other session, I'd ask you to please write in the chat box your level. Which level are you on the marketing plan currently? I just want to know who I am talking to. So if you can please type again, please, I'm begging you. I know you've done it already. If you can just type your level on the marketing plan once again, so I can see who I'm speaking to. And we can continue. Please remember to make it fast so Mums can come at the end and write her own level like she had humbly asked on the previous session. That please let her know when you're done so she can come in and type at the end. Right, my name is Tobeka Mabanga. If you are new in the business, people that are new are people that are 3 months and below. If you are new, please type a 0 in the chat section. Your level on the marketing plan. And also, if you are new in the business in our team, please type a 0 in the chat section. We welcome you and thank you so much for choosing us as your team of choice and also your mentors of choice. I am going to be talking about general stuff. It's not going to be focused on the marketing plan, but I'm just going to talk about what we do in general. And also, excuse me, just to remind you guys that you are part of something bigger than you. We are part of something bigger than us. And it's very important to recognize that, because if we don't recognize the type of company that we are part of, it's not going to be easy for us to discover our full potential, if we don't understand the values of Forever Living Product and how big this company is. When I say Forever is bigger than us, I'm sure those of you who've been in the business for a while understand what I mean. The lives that this company has changed. Can you please stop writing on my screen? I think it's Smo. Smo, please stay very far away from your mouse, Stand-Sam, because your screen is your mouse is turning you into an artist. Those of you who've been in the business for a while will understand what I mean when I say we are part of something bigger than us. But I think sometimes we do not recognize that, which makes us not, just push to our fullest potential and do whatever it takes for us to achieve the success that we want to achieve in Forever Living Product. Also, we all join, nobody joins the business just to join the business. We all join the business so that we can be successful. And this is the success equation in network marketing. This is the success equation in Forever Living Product. Success, firstly, it means you have a very strong belief system. You need to believe in Forever, guys, in order to be. It's not an easy. It's not as much as it's a business that helps us make a lot of money. It has the best product that you can think of, but it doesn't mean that doing Forever is easy. You've seen people doing great. Some people share their income with you so you can see as part of motivation. Some people are sharing their achievements with you, so we can see that we can actually achieve what we want to achieve in Forever Living Products. But it doesn't mean that because people are winning, people are achieving, then the business is easy. It requires a lot from you to achieve success in Forever. They say to whom a lot is given, a lot is also taken. So you basically get out what you put in when you push your forever living business. Like I said to you, I'm going to challenge you today, and I'm also going to stretch you and remind you why you started forever, because sometimes when the going gets tough, we tend to forget our reasons for starting this business, and we even forget the feeling we had when we joined forever, the excitement that we had, the dreams that we started dreaming, when we joined forever. Once something very small happens, a no, once someone rejects you or somebody doesn't pay you, you forget all of that. You forget all the reasons why you started and make that thing the main thing. When the main thing in forever really is to focus on building your business, regardless of what might come your way. Focus on building your business so that you can achieve whatever that you have, decide or not decided, but whatever that you have promised yourself to achieve in Forever Living Products. Like I said, we started the year on very high. Some of us have achieved our goals. Some of us are still pushing to achieve those goals, and some of us have already given up. And that's the sad part about, having business partners who have not really, bought into the vision of what they're doing. They are just doing forever, but they're not really part of forever. And the saddest part about those people is that they quickly they're chasing instant gratification, and if they don't catch it, they tend to give up on doing the business because they are not yet connected to forever. They are just doing forever, but they've not bought into the vision of Forever Living Products, let alone buying into the vision of the tech family as well. So success doesn't just happen, guys. It needs a strong belief system. And when you have a strong belief system, it fuels you to take action. And as you take action, nobody will remind you that you need to be consistent. When you are wired to be successful, and you can wire yourself, you need to be wired differently. And it's a decision that you need to make to be wired differently. It does not just happen. It's a decision. Everything that we do, guys, in life generally, is a decision. So as success, no one was born with a lack of being financially stable. No one was born with a lack of, achieving multiple degrees. No one was born with that lack. We decide what we want to be, and we then do whatever needs to be done in order to achieve what we want to achieve. So as success requires a very strong belief system. Firstly, you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the company, and also believe in the product. If somebody can just write that in the chat box for me, that you need to be wired differently. Success is a decision. You need a strong belief system. You must believe in the product, believe in yourself, believe in forever as a company, and believe in the product. And that's how you're going to be successful in Forever Living. I am sharing my journey with you in a form of coaching. Everything that I'll be sharing with you is what I'm doing, and it's what I have done, and it has worked for me. And I know for sure that if it has worked for me, it will definitely work for you too. So what I am going to be sharing with you tonight, as you are listening, remind yourself that you are listening to my story in a form of coaching, right? So success just doesn't happen. It's a formula, guys. The formula that I've given you, the equation that I've given you, it's a strong, not just a belief system, but a strong belief system. Remember, we've got limiting beliefs as well. And it requires us to unlearn certain things before we can relearn what will make us successful in network marketing. You cannot, operate with both. It will repel against each other, because it can never survive in one place. The limiting beliefs that we have, they are really limiting our potential as well, because we believe we should be a certain way. We believe we believe that we deserve certain things, and we believe that certain things are for other people. and we believe that certain opportunities are not for us, and certain opportunities are not legit. There's a lot of belief systems that we are plugged in that we need to slowly unplug ourselves with the help of our mentors in the business. Slowly unplug. Nandipa, please don't scratch on my screen. I love the hearts. Thank you so much. Nandipa, thank you. One heart is enough, Sissy. Thank you. You need to allow your mentor to assist you to slowly unplug yourself from your limiting beliefs. We all had them. I had them. Most of our business partners still have them. It's a struggle to unlearn those things, but it's important that we allow ourselves to unlearn certain habits and also unplug ourselves from certain beliefs so that we can have a strong belief in what we are doing now. So a strong belief system, and it fuels you to take action. And also when you take action, you don't take it once, you need to be consistent. And this is what I've done in my journey or career in Forever Living Products for 12 years. It has worked very well for me. Remember, we don't just come to Forever to sell and recruit, guys. There's a lot that goes behind that. It's not as easy as getting the product, Boxlo Dumo, you go and sell, you recruit people, they join you, and then life is good. There's a lot that goes into this. For may put it like that, for lack of a better word, a business acumen. It teaches you to be a business person. Most of us join Forever without having zero knowledge of how to run a business. Let alone a successful business. I had never ran a business before I joined Forever. I started owning a business with Forever, and I did not know how to run a business. So Forever has taught me how to be a businesswoman. It's not just about selling the product and using the product and recruiting people. It's about, running a business, so, excuse me. And also, it is not, guys, success is, how did I put it? Success is rented, and you know that rent is due monthly, but with success, rent is due daily because it's not rent free. Success is rented, guys, and the rent is due daily. You need to show up every single day. How you show up is entirely up to you, entirely up to the information that you have already with your business. You can show up to the level of the information that you have currently. And the power of duplication. In Forever, when we join the business, we join to sell and recruit. And we do that so well. You even get people that, can sell. We've got, for example, Mr. B. I'll use him as an example because he's one of the top retailers. And also Okoj Zamangwe. Those two people can sell ice to an Eskimo. They are selling a lot, and selling requires you to be present and do the job yourself, right? And recruitment as well. We've got a lot of great recruiters in our team, in our business, and that's easy. Selling is easy because you share the benefits of the product. You make a sale, and when you make a sale, you make money. When you recruit, we've got business presentations. You can share the presentation with your people. That's easy. But because you are the one who is required to do this, to do it, it is a job. It feels like a job. So selling and recruiting, guys, you can't really call yourself a business owner when all you do is selling and recruiting, right? You can only start calling yourself a business owner when duplication starts happening in your team. And because when there's duplication, that means you are now leading. That's the real business. So the real business of network marketing is in duplication and leading. Selling and recruiting, it's a job because we have to do it ourselves. I have to take my own stock and go sell it and make money. It's like going to work and getting paid for it. There's no difference there, because the difference is I'm selling for myself and I decide when I want to make this money, but I still wake up, show up, get dirty. My hands are getting dirty. I'm doing the work myself. which is also good because it's part of running a business. You have to have that skill in order to run a business, because the business is when you are able to teach it to the next person and lead those people by example. That's where the business is. But you can never have a business when you cannot sell and recruit, because you've got nothing to teach these people. I hope I'm making sense. So these two things go hand in hand together. For you to eventually run a business in forever, you need to do the job. And doing the job is doing the basics. And the basics are, we are selling the product. Okay, I forgot to mention we're using the product, we are selling the product, and we are recruiting people. And once we've recruited those people, we need to teach them how to use and sell the product. That's when duplication starts. When the duplication starts, you now have a responsibility to lead. You continue doing the job, but you now have added a responsibility for yourself to lead these people, because duplication is now happening in your business. So these two things need each other, but the power of duplication is that you end up becoming a business person. So if you are still selling and recruiting, but you're not duplicating what you're doing, you're still working for yourself. You're not yet running a forever living business. You might be called a business owner. You are just a glorified, business owner, because you are doing the job yourself, and that's all you are doing at the moment. Move from the employee mindset. The only time you can start duplicating and leading, guys, is when you move from being an employee, because as an employee, you are doing the job. Someone is leading you, someone is telling you what to do, and someone is paying you for doing that job. That's what we are all used to. We are used to being employees. We wait for orders from people. We do the same thing every single day. Someone is supervising us. We're always following someone's orders, and they decide how much they want to pay us. So when you're going to come into forever and not allow yourself to unplug from that mindset of an employee, you might not find yourself having an entrepreneur mindset, because you've got an employee mindset. It cannot be in the same room. Those two things can never work in the same room. It will repel against each other. You can never run a business, a multi-million business, with an employee mindset. You are not, wired to run a business. If you decide, like I said to you, it's a decision, guys. You make a decision, this is how you want to be in your own business, and you make a decision, this is how you don't want to be in your business. So if you decide that you want to run a forever business, you aspire to become a manager, you aspire to be like a sapphire manager, you aspire to go overseas, you aspire a lot of things in forever. You see people buying cars, buying houses, you want to be like them, but you're not going to get there, because you are still a follower of someone. You're still doing the job yourself. You have not started, holding the mic and start sharing what you're doing. Because when you start sharing what you're doing with other people, that means you're now confident in what you're doing. You're excited, you're happy, you love it. You're not able to teach it to the next person. And that's the only time it will start making you money. If you are with me, please type a 1 in the chat section. If you are still with me, please type a 1 in the chat section. So if you take these two things with you today on duplication, that if you're selling and recruiting, you are an employee in your own business. That's doing a job, but you need both. Once you start duplicating and leading, that's the real business in forever. Maybe you can, for yourself at your own time, write somewhere, where you are currently in your business. If you are still just selling and recruiting, and also the people that you are recruiting are not growing, you must know that you are still doing the job yourself. Call yourself an employee in your own business. Write it somewhere in your notebook that I am still an employee. I want to move from being an employee to being a business owner. And once you decide to become a business owner, you are adding a responsibility. You're not moving from being an employee into being a business owner. Gingy, I like you very much, but not on my screen. Once you decide that you want to run a business, you're not stopping the job. The job must always continue, because when there's no job, there's no business, guys. You duplicate nothing if there's nothing that you're doing in your own business. So when there's no job, there's nothing. And when there's no duplication, there's no business. You need both. So start by writing it down that I am an employee in my own business. I need to start becoming a business owner, and you need to know what you need to do in order for you to be a business owner, right? Remember, dreams work only when you do. So if you are dreaming of becoming someone in Forever Living Products, if you're dreaming of becoming one of the top leaders, because we can all be top leaders, right? This one is not like a job where there's going to be a post advertised and someone must apply for it because they only need looking for one person. No. Here, we can all be diamond managers. We can all be sapphire managers. We can all be soaring managers. There's no limit in how many people can achieve these levels, because it's a decision that you have to make. And if you have a dream like that, it'll only work when you do. And being an employee, we hardly reach out. That's why we are here, guys. Being an employee will hardly help you achieve your dreams. So if you're going to come into Forever and still become an employee, you're still not going to achieve your dreams. You still be able to put food on the table. You'll build a hand-to-mouth business, which is still okay if that's what you want. But because you are doing the same thing that you were doing at your employer, you are working just in your own business, you're still not going to achieve your dreams. The only time that you're going to achieve your dreams is when you are able to teach what you are doing to other people. That's where the real business of Forever is, and that's where the real money is, right? So, just pause for a while, guys, and let this sink in. Dreams only work if you do. Just pause and just analyze that quote that says dreams only work when you do. Just because you have a dream, it doesn't mean it's going to come true when you're doing the bare minimum, right? So I think we need to really work on the employee mindset. A lot of people are preventing themselves from getting to the next level because of the employee mindset. They wait on the leader. They wait for the leader too. My leader is going to. I'm waiting for my leader too. My leader, can you? They not. If you cannot lead others when you are not able to lead yourself, when you still depend on someone else to lead you, you are a follower. Guys, you cannot lead people when you don't feel like you are ready to lead yourself as well. You always have to confirm with the leader. You always have to ask the leader. You always have to wait for the leader. If the leader is not doing it, you are not going to do it. It's not going to happen. If the leader is not responding, you're not going to go to ChatGPT and get information. If the leader is not responding, you're not going to go to the group and ask the question. If the group is not responding, you're not going to go to Google and get the information. But that's ChatGPT, guys. Let's use that. Right now, you don't have to wait for anyone in order to be successful in Forever Living Product. Information is out there, and all the questions that you might have, if you can take those questions and type them in your ChatGPT app, that app will help you build your businesses as well without waiting on anyone, right? So, and that will be you stepping away from being an employee into being an entrepreneur and running a real business with Forever Living Products. It's just, if it's just you working, you don't have a business. You have a hustle, a side hustle. We love saying my hustle, a side hustle. That's exactly what you have. If you're just the only one who is doing the work. I made an example with Mr. B and Uzamangwe. They are doing the job, but also they are running a business because they've mastered the job to a point where they are able to teach the job to others. And because they are teaching the job to others, duplication is happening in their businesses. And once duplication starts, gives them an extra responsibility to lead. And now that they're leading, they are running the real business. That's why you see them on Wall of Fame. You see them on Achievers Board. You see them traveling overseas because they are now running the real business. Until you run a real business, you're still not going to go onto the international trips, incentives, the ones that we give, the ones that the company give. You're not going to find yourself there because you're still doing the job yourself. Only when you start teaching, learn to teach, learn, do, but also teach. Only when you start teaching, you will find yourself spreading your wings that wide, and you also be able to fight for such incentives. That's why I keep on saying, come to manager level, because on your way to manager level, you are now you're preparing yourself to run a real business. That's the only time you're running a real business. Becoming a supervisor is well and great. I mean, you can become a supervisor all by yourself. You don't need a team. Sometimes you can just buy 10cc and sell it. You can also have a team, but if you're not growing the team, if the team cannot do the 10cc that you did, if you can't teach what you were taught, you are doing the job yourself. You are not running a business. You are working for yourself, right? So let's know the difference. If you cannot teach, and I feel like sometimes you learn how to do, but you don't learn to a point where you can educate the next person. You do it for now, done, and life stops. A lot of supervisors move to supervisor when supervisor change was introduced. People were excited. They did everything I taught them in the supervisor group. They moved to supervisor, but they did not, go back and say, come, let me teach you what I've learned. They did not raise their own supervisors because now they're waiting for me to do it again for them. When do you become a leader? When are you going to move from a mindset mindset of an employee into an entrepreneur? And yours mindset. When are you going to stop following Abotobega and start, leading yourself so that you are prepared to lead others? Once you are able to do 10cc, you are a master. You are a pro. Guys, 10cc is not easy. 5cc is not easy, but doing 10cc, and it's not like that 10cc was done on your behalf. You did it. You did it because there were support in place, there were activities in place, maybe incentives here and there. And if all of that was not around, you were not going to do, and you had not done it before. Some of you couldn't move with 25cc's, but they were able to now do 10cc's. And it's not like, Konote, here's 10cc Ngiyakupa. Here's a gift, I'm giving you 10cc. You did it, meaning you can do it. You were able to discover your full potential, and you did 10cc. Some were only doing 1cc a month. Others were even doing 0 point something. Others were doing 3 or 4cc, and they will end at 4cc because that's where they allowed their mindset to stop as an employee. That's where they allowed themselves to stop. I just need to do 4cc. That's it. That's it. Because that's what leader said. Employee mindset. You're not leading yourself if you can't go beyond a minimum target, minimum requirement. But when we did those exercises in the 10cc group, the whole idea was to teach you so you can teach you so that you can apply and then teach. You were learning when we were together in that group. You did what you were supposed to do, but you stopped. You are holding that information for yourself. This is the time for you to go back and duplicate it. Teach people how you did your 10cc. And that's where your real business will come from, guys. If you are with me, please type a 2 in the chat section. That is where your real business will come from using the information, sharing it. Don't be selfish with the information. Don't cover the information. It's not going to help you. The idea behind teaching is so that you can teach others. I was taught to do what I do. And because I understood that in order for me to grow in network marketing, I need to duplicate everything, including the information, everything. And I started teaching. You start doing it messy, guys. You don't have to say, but I don't know how to teach. Can you do it for me, my leader? No. Have your leader present and, do it in your leader's presence. Do it messy. Let your leader guide you, but don't let your leader do it for you, because that means you are a follower. And remember, he who holds the mic is the one that makes the most money. When your leader is going to do it for you, your leader is the one that's making the money. Because the one that can teach is the one that makes the money. The one that can teach you to sell and recruit is the one that's making the money beyond just sales and one-off referral bonuses. You are making profit. You are getting one-off referral bonuses, but the person that is teaching you is getting more because they're able to duplicate the skill, and you were able to learn the skill from them, and that's how they're going to get paid. Are you with me, guys? Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? When people can suck the skills from you, information from you, that's when you are making money. So fight to be a leader that is able to lead themselves so that you can be ready to lead others. Only when you are leading others, you are going to make the money. Keep repeating that. Only when you are able to duplicate the information that you were given. I mean, you moved to supervisor. You moved to assistant manager. You moved to manager. Which part of duplicate information do you not get? Because you know how you got to supervisor. That information that you know, that's the information you're going to be selling for free to your downlines. That's the information you're going to be giving them for free and say, this is how I got to do it. Let's do it together. Let me show you. Let me guide you. Let me hold your hand. And when they do it, that's when your business will come. That's where your business will come from. You know, while you are doing it yourself, repeating 10cc every single month without teaching the next person doesn't mean you're a business owner. It means you are working for your own business. Just remind yourself that you're an employee, you are a glorified employee in your own business. Okay, so if you're working for yourself, you don't have a business, guys. Let's not, fool ourselves, or let's not fool our business partners and call them business owners just because the company says you are a business owner because they believe you're doing everything that qualifies you to be a business owner. That's basically what it is. The company calls you a business owner because they believe that you're doing everything that a business owner should be doing as per the marketing plan. So if you're not doing everything that is on the marketing plan, you are still running, you are working in your own business. You are not yet a business owner. Let's pass from this line. I know you guys don't like this slide. Comfort zone is equal to a danger zone. If you are comfortable, guys, but ayangiphazamisa. Can I just stop, share a bit and reshare? I love your hearts, and I think it's Njinji, but shame they're not doing justice on my screen. Sorry about that. Comfort zone is danger zone, guys. Comfort zone is danger zone. Once you are comfortable, you are in danger. You're never gonna grow. Growth doesn't happen there. Nothing grows from there. Your mindset, the way you think, everything about you is just, it's average. Because if you are comfortable, you have not seen umhlaba, you have not seen the world, you have not even discovered yourself, because you are not putting yourself in a position where you're stretching yourself to discover who you really are. Why do you exist? Can you really do this? What can you do? What can you master? If you're in Forever Living Product, you are given that opportunity, that platform to stretch yourself, to fully discover your purpose on this earth. This is what Forever does. If you really go fully in and plug in fully and run this business, it will teach you to know who you are. Because even a job can never teach you who you are. You can never discover your full potential at work, because you are programmed to work a certain way. There's certain procedures in place that you need to follow. There's rules that you need to follow, and there's boundaries, that you cannot cross at work. This is where it ends for you. From here onwards, an assistant manager of the department takes over. This is where it ends for the assistant manager. From here onwards, the manager of the department takes over. So you are contained You cannot discover who you fully are. Your full potential is hidden somewhere, and forever is the place where you can spread your wings as wide as you can. And I'm talking, remember I said to you, whatever that I'm going to be saying to you, it's what I have, experienced in building my forever business. This is my story, designed in a coaching session. Forever allows you to stretch, guys. You discover who you fully are through Forever Living product. I know some of you are still saying, oh, I don't like flying. I'm scared of flying. What if the flight decides to go missing while it's in the sky? You have all these excuses about flying. That's not true. It's poverty. The poverty mindset that we have, the employee mindset that we have, is what is telling us that we are scared of flying. I used to be terrified of airplanes. The drama that I did when I first flew to Durban from Johannesburg, Gabi was very irritated with me. She was like, Tobek, we are papa. You don't have to do that, because I would hold the chest so tight. My first flight, I took it with Gabi, the person who recruited me to Forever, guys. That's how I got to be in a flight. My first flight was with Gabi, and I was performing. I was so dramatic, and it was real. I was not performing like for the sake of performing. It was real. I was so scared of flying, and she was like, we are irritated, man. We are papa. But I was really terrified. But right now, I am the skulker of flights, even when there's turbulence, I'm not even shaken, but before I would pray to God and say, oh God, please don't take us. Please be with us. We don't want to die. I'll do all those things because it's the poverty mindset that we have that makes us believe that we don't deserve certain things, and it's okay not to have them. We end up making excuses in our heads so that we make ourselves feel better for not having those things that we deserve. We end up saying we're scared of flying. We end up saying, I'm scared of driving. That's why I don't have a license. I'm scared of a car. I don't want to be in car accident. I also had fear about driving, but when I joined Forever, I discovered that I'm actually not scared of driving. I just couldn't afford a car. We are able to end up. So let us, come out of that employee mindset, because having an employee mindset is like, it's like having that mindset of not believing that you deserve certain things. We end up making excuses around them. So comfort zone is where those excuses come from, because you want to remain comfortable. So you need to make, stories around what you feel like might kick you out of that comfort zone. 5cc, for example. 5cc, you can never achieve 5cc if you're comfortable. But you will start making up stories that, that's why I don't like Forever. This 5cc thing, hey, they're telling us to do this 5cc. You end up saying they are, forgetting that it's in your first steps to manager. That 4cc, 5cc is your business requirement. If you join Forever, you are saying yes to everything that it requires you to do in order to be successful. Forever does not want to have people that are not being successful, because then they won't be serving the purpose. They don't like people who are not successful. They want all of us to be successful because it looks better on them. And they know what they've mastered their marketing plan. So if you're not being successful, you are really playing yourself short. And remember, the world is not safe by you playing small. You're playing small for yourself. You're playing small for your kids. You're playing small for the next generation. You are playing small for people that are watching you currently. You are just playing small. You don't want to discover who you fully are. When there's a platform for you, when you are in the business, that's the platform for you to discover your full potential. But the comfort zone will tell you, no, 5cc or about Tobeka because they've got money. 5cc is for managers, they can do it. 5cc is for people who can talk a lot. 5cc is for people who can sell. Because you want to be comfortable and not do 5cc, you will create stories around it. Even when it's spoken about in the group, you'd be like, and you even recruit your own crew, the crew that is comfortable with you, where you're gonna be saying all negative things about 5cc in that group of yours, discouraging each other, making it sound good to you, because that's what the comfort zone does to you. It's an enemy of greatness, guys. When you see people that are winning, people that are being recognized, one leader was just saying to me this morning, oh, Tobeka, if I was one of the leaders that are on zero right now and being announced like that, I would be on my way to the product center. So for some leaders, it doesn't even shake them. Being on zero, it's okay because they've already created stories around 5cc. They've created stories around 10cc because they are sitting in their comfort zone. Comfort zone is being comfortably going to work every single day and thinking that's okay. That's the comfort zone. That's what comfort zone does to you. Working because you're getting an income, at least in Yahoo, at least I get paid on the 30th, at least I get paid on the 15th for doing the same thing. The same income that you're complaining about, the same income that has not afforded you your dream home, the same income that has allowed you to drive a car that you can afford. The same income that is preventing you from paying off your debts. The same income that you are drowning in debt with, but you are getting paid every single month. The same income that you only see once in a month. Few hours it has left you. It's not even loyal to you. The same income, but you'd rather at least I've got an income. I won't do this for 5cc minutes. This thing is frustrating, is stressing. People are not buying. I've got a lot of stock. The stock that you have is not going to go out and sell itself, unfortunately. Ask a tuck shop owner. What do tuck shop owners do? What do business owners do? People that are selling here on social media, they don't stock up the hand, sit with it. They go out and look for clients, and they not only find clients, serve clients when they come in. When you go to a hair salon, they don't say to you, "Oh, which hair do you want? Please wait for us. We're gonna order it for you." You'll be irritated. You'll feel like that's not good customer service. That's why they are making money, because their shops are always open. Their shelves are always stocked up, and they go out and look for clients. You see people every day on TikTok, guys, promoting their businesses. I do not know. I've never seen a business where you only buy stock when somebody's ordering for it. But most of our business partners that I love so much are so good in doing that. And I've got proof, I've got proof. You get people that are doing 0.2cc, you know for sure that this one, the shop is closed. They were lucky with this order. They will only buy a box of C9 because someone has ordered, because someone saw it on TikTok. Other people are doing the C9 challenge, and they want to do C9 because they saw the result of those people, and they know you as an FBO. They're going to say, I want C9. That's the only order you're going to have for the month because you were lucky, but you're calling yourself a business owner with a shop that is closed. And those are the people that go out and say forever doesn't work. Those are the 0 point somethings, or the ones that have done 5cc once or twice, or they did 10cc and stopped. Those are the ones that go out and say forever doesn't work. And yes, that's true. Forever doesn't work. We are the ones that are working. I've never seen forever going out, forever as a name. I don't know what forever, because even the VPs, the executives of forever are on the ground. They are working, they're traveling, they're in and out. So I've never seen forever as a company, the plantations, going out and doing the work for us so we can get paid. We partner with forever as franchisees, and we are the ones that are doing the work. We are the ones that are doing the work. So when you go out and say forever doesn't work, yes, it's not supposed to work for you. You are the one who's supposed to work the system. But most people that do that are the 0 points, the anomaly, the ones that are doing, that when this one is done 4cc, it's a 5cc, it's an anomaly. You must tick it and paste it somewhere. You must note it, because it's not going to come anytime soon. The ones that are saying, I've got a lot of stock, you must know. Those are the ones that are going to go out and say forever doesn't. Why do you have a lot of stock? Why are you not selling it, guys? Even if I can have stock for 100,000 in my house, it will go and give me profit of 48%, because that's the business. The profit is what I'm looking for. I've stocked up my shop for 100,000, and I need to sell. These products are not going to go out of my store and go sell themselves, and my 100,000 will come back and profit. I would soberly make that decision that I'm going to do 25 cc's this month, And because I've got 25 cc's, I'm going to calculate, do stock taking, calculate how much this 25 cc's will give me in profit, which is 48%. And I'll sit and do my homework, make sure that every single day, even if it takes me 6 months, I'm showing up selling my product. That's a decision that I would make, a sober decision that I would make, intentions. You know, I will never go to my leader and say, my leader, I've got lots of stock. What must you do? Come and sell it for me. Yes, your shop is open. Well done. You've got a lot of stock. That's a good sign. Sell it and make money. Great. Do the job. Because we want the real business when we are not even mastering the job. You cannot master the real business when you can't do the job. You know? So guys, comfort zone is an enemy of greatness. Comfort zone is an enemy of greatness. Move away from that place. Life is too short. We only live once. Move away from the comfort zone. Life is way too short. We only live once. If you're still with me, please type a 3. I don't know if you've typed the 3 already in the chat box. Please type a 3 in the chat box if you're still with me. Please type a 3 in the chat box. And if you're watching from YouTube, please type a 3 in the chat box as well. I need to breathe. Right. Growth happens when you stretch. I did say that I'm going to stretch you when I started. And this is part of stretching you guys. You cannot have stock and complain about having a lot of stock. You are blessed. The fact that you have a lot of stock, you are blessed. There are people that are buying 0.2 only when somebody orders. And you get retailers, like serious retailers who are not disciplined though, not having stock, you know? They've once had a stock because when you join Duplication Dumo. When you join Duplication Dumo, it comes with product. Because you are not financially disciplined, you spend the money. But you're blessed, you're a great retailer, you know, and you don't have stock because you're not financially disciplined. And then you get people that are blessed with the capacity of stock, but they don't want to go out and sell it. They want the leader to come and sell the stock for them. Because the minute you go to your leader and say, my leader, I've got a lot of stock, what are you saying? What must I do with that information? I also have my own stock. I'm selling it. That's why we're teaching you to sell the stock, guys. You know, so please refrain from saying such things. I've got a lot of stock. It's yours. Sell it. It's your money sitting on that stock. You know, there's clients out there waiting to buy from you. Just do the work. Do the job. Because when you do the job, you'll eventually run the real business. You can never run the real business without doing the job. The business comes from doing the job yourself. And you never stop doing the job. I still sell till this day. You know, ask yourself, what are you avoiding that will grow your business? If you can share that in the chat box for me, just be honest and be open, you know, with us, because we are all here. We are a team. There's no one from outside. Be honest with yourself right now. This is an opportunity for you to, you know, to do an introspection. I'm allowing you to introspect publicly within the team so we can help each other. What are you avoiding that will grow your business? That, you know, if I had to do this, this will grow my business. I had a discussion with one of my downlines this afternoon, and she was confiding in me about what's been happening in her business and how she's really, you know, she's great in sales. She's got stock, but she's really selling the stock. She's great in sales, which I love. But she was saying that the recruitment is the issue. So, and recruitment, I don't want to use the name, the word issue, because the only time you can be you can say that is when you've done everything. You know, when you say, I've done all I can, but still I cannot recruit. I've done all I can, you know? And I said to her, how are you recruiting? And she said, I invite people for the presentations. Others, they came to my office. I think she's here in the meeting as well. Others, they came to my office, and I've shared the opportunity with them, but I invite for Zoom presentations and stuff. So I'm like, is that all? And she said, yeah, that's all I've done. And then I started talking to her and sharing with her that, listen, that's just one part, one way of building the business. When I started Forever, there was no there was no Zoom. Maybe if you can go back to the real basics, not just the basics, because your basics and my basics are not the same. When I joined Forever, my basics were totally different. My basics, they included me sometimes not going to work and getting a doctor's note and attending a business presentation, sometimes by myself. Everyone that I've invited will not show up, but I did not stop because those are the basics. No one said when you invite people, they'll come with you and they will join. When I joined, for me, this is me I'm talking about. Nobody came to me and say, now that you're in Forever Tobacco, every time you invite people to come to a presentation with you, they will all come. And every time they come and attend, they will all join. No one said that to me. But the basics on that first steps to manager are saying, this is what you need to do daily. Your daily method of operation, your weekly method of operation, your monthly method of operation. This is what I, as a business owner, need to do daily. There were no promises on that first steps to manager. Most people that join our businesses now, they want promises. They want to work with promises. I've got people that promise to join month end. That's why I'm not doing anything now because I've got 3 people that are waiting to sign up. No, guys, that's not your business. And those people they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you loyalty. They don't owe you anything because we end up blaming prospect. That's why we call them prospect, because they are not, there's no, how can I put it? There's no connection between you and these people. You've shared information. You've allowed them to go in and digest so they can decide and make an informed decision. But it doesn't mean they're now part of your business. Now you can plan around them. If they decide they're not going to join month end, it's okay. But you cannot run your business around the people that are joining month end. You cannot already put them in your plans because they said they are joining month end. You are running your business to failure. The basics of doing Forever is talk to people every day. How many of you are really doing that? Honestly doing that? Be honest with yourself and say, I am doing it. Please do type in the chat box. And if you are also guilty of not being consistent, please do type in the chat box that you are inconsistent. How many people are really, if you're sitting here in this meeting and you're saying, I'm struggling, I'm stagnant, my recruits this, how many of you are really talking to a minimum of 5 people every single day? How many of you are inviting for all the presentations that the company is doing around the region? Even if you're not there. That's how I grew my business. Forever, we'll do 4 or 5 business presentations in one weekend, and I will have people attending in all those areas. For the people that are joining the business now are so spoiled. They just want things to happen. They just want things to happen. They don't want to lift a finger. They want things to happen. I'm not sure, excuse me, how is that? How do you guys get that one right? Because you also get the first steps to manager in your boxes when you join the business. And also, I don't want an excuse of my leader has never gone through the first steps to manager with me. No leader went through the first steps to manager with me. I went through it myself because it was in my box. Guys, when you register at UNISA and you get your study guides, nobody will call you from UNISA and tell you to open them and study. It's yours. You've paid money. You've registered. And your books are here. You need to open them and learn them so that you can learn the skill that you've registered for, you've paid for. And then you'll learn, you'll master at some point, you'll graduate, and life is good, and you'll start making money out of that, whatever, So why in forever do you need um why do you need someone to teach you that you must open your first steps to manager in forever? Because that box is yours and that envelope comes from your box. Why do you need a leader to say, open that envelope and go through it? Why do you need your leader to say, read that company policy, read that first steps to manager? Your order may be canceled if you don't. Sorry, guys, please 2 seconds. Apologies, guys. I ordered food for the kids. I just need to sort this out quickly for them with the Uber Eats guy. Sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry about that. He almost went back. I didn't see his calls coming through. Anyway, ask yourself what you're avoiding that will grow your business. As I was saying, and be honest with yourself. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. If you are not part of the crew that stresses month end in our group, in our team, when everybody else is stressed about their targets and how they're going to close them and how they want to close them, and you are just relaxed sitting on your 1.7 cc, you are just relaxed sitting on 0.7, 0.3 cc, because I mean, really, your mentor is not your boss, John. If it was your boss, John, that 5cc would have been done, because we treat our jobs differently from how we treat our businesses. If your job right now required you to do 5cc, guys, you'll be doubling and tripling. If you had to go to work every day and you would find 3 bottles of alu waiting for you to go and sell, you'll even come back 10 times and sell 30 instead of 3, because it's an employer that is telling you to do it. And they're going to give you 20 Rand per bottle. But right now, it's your own alu that gives you a full 560, and you're getting 35% or 30% profit, but you're not going to do it because it's hard. But if you had to have a bus John behind you, they would tell you that you're going to sell 3 bottles every day. I'm giving you a job. You're going to sign a contract. I'm hiring you. You're going to go and write on Facebook, guys, I've got a job. You're going to be excited. You're going to even tell your leader that, hey, I can no longer do the business because now I found a job. This is what you guys do. Not all of you, of course, but you know, if the shoe fits, most people would do what we do if somebody had to pay them to do it. They cannot do it now when it's fully theirs. But if a person had to stand behind them and say, I'm giving you a job, you're going to get a pay slip, each and every bottle that you sell, I'm going to give you 20 Rand, you will come back 10 times, even 20, because you want to make sure that you are piling up these 20 Rands. And it's on commission. You would do it, guys. I know you would do it. We can think on that one. What is ukubheja in English? Singabheja lokho. Singabheja kalokho. You can do it. I don't know what is ukubheja. The word just ran away. I don't know what it's called. But you can do it. If somebody said, do it, I'll give you 20 Rand. Just think about it right now. If it doesn't challenge you, it will not change you. It will not change you. You know? So think about it. If I had to get a job tomorrow morning, or if I had to go to work tomorrow morning and my employer says, we've changed everything, now you're going to be selling aloe vera bottles 3 a day, what would you do? Would you say, no, I'm quitting my job? You would want to sell more than everyone else because you want to pile up these 20 Rands. Right now, you are making 175, I think, profit on each scoop, but you can't sell it because it's hard. No one is standing behind you and telling you to do it. You're not impressing anyone. It's your business. You can do what you want. Your mentor is not your boss. They'll just want you to do CCs. That's what we say. We say our mentors want us to do CCs because they're not our bosses. Guys, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. If we can do this for our employers, for peanuts, because I was doing work for my employer for peanuts. I was showing up every single day, 6 days a week. Sometimes no off day. Sometimes I won't even get a weekend. Well, I was not getting weekends off. You would request a weekend off. If your manager is happy and excited for that day, they would give you the weekend off. If they're not happy, you're not going to get it. Go to work, 22 days a month and still don't have a house that you deserve to have. Go to work 22 days a month, you're still going using taxes. Go to work 22 days a month, no savings. Go to work 22 days a month, you are drowning in debts. The money they're paying you is just enough for you to go back to work. But we'll do anything for our employers. We'll never take the same energy, same, commitment, same excitement, and invest it in our forever business. Never. Would never do that. Would never do that. And your employer would say, attend trainings at your own cost. You will take taxis every day. But when there's a presentations in Durban, you're not going to go there because you're in Greytown. It's too far. When there's success day in Joburg, you're not going to go there because you're in Limpopo. It's too far. When there's a team training in Joburg, you're not going to come because you're in Mpumalanga. It's too far. Because you're in Pretoria, they must bring one closer to you. Guys, no. That's an employee mindset. You need to change the mindset. That is an employee mindset. You cannot attend a company event because it's not close to you. You cannot sacrifice. It's a business. And that's how we grow our businesses. I would take taxis to Montana every Saturday, every chance I got. If they were not giving it to me, I would be off sick. Pay for a doctor's note. Go to a doctor when I'm not sick and pay for a consultation so I can get a doctor's note because I want to go and attend a business presentation. And this is how I got to where I am. The sacrifices, it challenged me and I allowed myself to be challenged. That's why it changed me. You know? So if you are going to be sitting in that comfort zone, know that you are crippling yourself. Greatness is not your portion. It will never be your portion. You will remain a follower of your employer, and your employer will continue reaping the fruit of your hard work. Go for every incentive. I can never stress this enough. We've had a session that talked about incentives. We had leaders that came and shared what incentives have done for them. And we still have people that don't even jump for small incentives. You know, we have people that don't jump for small incentives. After attending that incentive training, I have built my business through incentives forever. You guys are lucky. You are getting incentives from leaders, from people like you who are coming into forever looking for money like you, who are coming into forever struggling like you, who are coming into forever with nothing just like you, who are coming into forever looking for, you know, for a relief like you, but they are saying, now I'm making a little bit, I want to share it with you. You still don't take it. I didn't have a leader like that who would give me incentives. Guys, I was not that lucky. If I had, I'd probably be a centurion by now, or even beyond centurion. If I had a leader, I'll be honest with you. If I had a leader that was giving me incentives the way you guys are getting incentives, I would not be I would not be a diamond manager. I was going to excel like crazy, fighting for my leaders' incentives. I promise you. But running for company incentives got me to diamond manager. I was the third diamond manager in the SADC region in 2018 because of the company, the third diamond manager, because of the company incentives. You know? Imagine if there were team incentives, if there were leaders incentives, if they were taking me to Maldives, if they were taking me to Cape Town, if they were saying, do this, I'll give you a tri-pack, do this, I'll give you a spa. For me, it's not about what they're giving me, it's about who I become as I chase those incentives. Look who I became chasing forever incentives. Today, I earn $1 million a month because of forever incentives. Do you understand what that means? The business that we are building, the network marketing business that we are building is built on incentives, on chasing incentives. Fight for something, guys. If I had, gosh, if I had my leaders' incentives, guys, I'll be scoring 3, 4, 5 million a month, just like this lady from what is her name? Hunami. I'd be where she is because of my leaders' incentives. Really, I'd be where Hunami is right now if my leaders were giving me incentives. I wasn't even looking for incentives from my leader. I was focused on what Forever is offering. And I pushed for what Forever was offering me because they promised me that you will get everything you want if you do this. They promised me that success will come if you're chasing an incentive. And I did it. I listened and I did it. I did Forever to Drive. I got to manager. I did Forever to Drive. I pushed for Eagle Manager. I pushed for Chairman's Bonus. I pushed for Global Rally. I pushed for even the small incentives in between that the company would give, I would push for them. I always qualified for something, guys. 100 Club, I want to be there because I want that 100 Club pin. It's not money, but what it does into my business is more than what I'm receiving when I go to Success Day. You know? The Forever to Drive trophy is nothing compared to the money that I'm getting on Forever to Drive. The trip for Eagle Manager is nothing compared to the money that I'm making as I work for Eagle Manager. I can even afford 10 of them by the time I get to the incentive itself, by the time I qualify. This is what it can do for you. You can afford 10 of those trips by the time you qualify for it because you were pushing for it. The money that you're going to be making, who you're going to become as you push for it is what matters, not the trip itself. Do you understand that, man? You know, there's Dubai now. We are fighting for Dubai right now. It's not the trip that is important. It's what you achieve as you push for the trip. The company is giving us Dubai only when you've done a minimum of 1,500 cc's. We are pushing for it. You are getting a Dubai trip, same as the one that the company is giving us. And we are saying 250 cc's over 4 months, and you guys are still failing. Allow yourself to be wired to win. Be wired to win. It's a decision that you need to make. The company says 1.5. I've done almost 6,000 cc's, but 1.5 ends in December. I'm already sitting on 6,000, chasing the Dubai incentive. I qualified for it in 2 months. I can afford to take myself to Dubai. I'm sure many of you can afford to take yourself to Dubai, you know? But it's not about the trip, it's about who I become. The money that I'm earning right now, it's because I'm chasing incentives. Think about it, guys. They build momentum in your own teams, in your own, even in yourself. You get excited to even wake up and do the business because you are chasing that box of C9. You know, you are chasing that box of 2 gels. It's money nobody was going to give to you. Chasing that box, you are not going to pick that money on the floor from anywhere. And it's not even about the box. It's about what you're going to achieve as you chase the box. You look at who you're going to become as you chase the box. If I say do 10cc, get to supervisor, look at supervisor, not the box. Because supervisor is your stepping stone to the bigger things, to manager level. Don't look at the box. Look at where you're going to go with your business if you chase the box. Don't look at the Dubai trip. Look at where it's going to take you when you get to manager. What's going to happen beyond that for you? It creates focus. You know what you're working for. You're not all over the place because you know, okay, my leader said, if I do this, I'm going to get an alu lips. You're focused on doing this so that you can get an alu lips. Do you understand? It makes the business more enjoyable. We are excited. We are all over the place doing presentations, supporting our team because we want to go to Dubai. We don't just want to go there. We want to come back with money. You know, it makes the business enjoyable. We travel. We have team events. We attend business events, company events. We meet each other. We celebrate. We sing. We do this. We do that. We eat. We dance. We enjoy the business, but we know the goal we are chasing. It helps with building your story as well. That's where your story comes from chasing incentives. If you listen to people that are telling their stories, they will always involve incentives. They will always say, I qualified as an eagle. I qualified for this. That's why I managed to buy my properties. I qualified for this. That Mr. B, for example, he's right here. This guy bought 2 cars and built a beautiful mansion in 18 months. Chasing incentives, chasing team incentives, chasing company incentives. He is in and out of South Africa. He's not a South African anymore. This is just his waiting country for the next trip to come. He just came back from Maldives. He went to Cape Town. From Cape Town, he's going to Phuket next month. After that, he's probably having a trip with his family outside of the country in December. From there, he's going to Dubai. No. Maybe the Dominican Republic will never know. Maybe after that, he's going to Dubai. You know, guys, if you don't see it right in front of you, I don't know where you want to see it. Incentives are what builds the business. They raise the belief. They teach consistency. If it doesn't challenge you, it will not change you. Fight for something. If you're not chasing for anything right now, you are just doing the job. If you're not chasing for anything, you are just a salesperson. You are selling product. If you're not chasing anything, you are just selling product. And that's fine. If that's what you want to do, that is okay. but nobody ever joins forever just to sell product. I know that for sure. We joined because we see people that are winning. We joined because we're inspired by them. We joined because we believe we can do what they do with the right information, the right support, the right skills, the right tools. We believe we can also achieve it. You are given the tools, you are given the information, but you're just not wired to win because you don't want challenges. Because you are okay where you are comfortable. You don't want to be challenged. You don't want be comfortable. You don't want to feel any pain. You just want to live life cruising. And you're going to cruise at your employer because you're going to income at the end of the month, but you'll never discover your full potential. You'll never enjoy life to the fullest. You'll always suffer well. That will be the rest of your life. And your kids also will suffer well because that's the generation you are building. That's the legacy you are leaving for your kids, suffer-welling other kids. When you have the opportunity that I have, when you have the opportunity that the people you suffer well, guys, there is no special training for others in forever. Exactly what we are doing. That's what you need to do. You just need to do it at a bigger capacity. Consistency, growth. You need all of these things in order to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Not by yourself. All right, habits of high earners. I'm not saying I'm a high earner, but I know I'm one of the top 1% earners in network marketing currently. I might not be the highest or the high earner that I think I am, but I'm one of the top 1% top earners in network marketing. Audit your daily habits, guys. Your daily habits. What do you do when you wake up? We start with prayer, and then after that, what happens? You go to work, and then after that, what happens? When you come back from work, during lunchtime, what do you do? What plan are you following as a forever business owner? What are you doing in your business daily? What does showing up look like to you? I'm doing all I can, Sister. What is doing all I can entails? Give me a list of the things of doing all you can. What are your daily habits? I've done my best. Give me the list of your best. I want to see it. High earners don't do more things, guys. They do the right things consistently. Give me a list of the things that you do on a daily basis. You don't have to do the hard things. You don't have to do 10 things a day for you to be successful. No. A few things, just do them consistently. Be consistent daily. That's why we are saying daily habits, not habits, daily habits. What are you doing? High earners don't do more things, guys. They do the right things consistently. Follow a daily, a weekly, and a monthly method of operation. What do you do daily? Weekly, what do you do? Saturdays, we call it activity day. On Saturday, what are you doing? When others are going out to attend presentations, where are you? Where others are going out to sell on Saturdays, on street shows, where are you? Road shows, where are you? They are going for, what do you call this? Expos. They are somewhere. People are always somewhere. People that are winning you'll find them somewhere. I mean, I was in Durban this weekend, attending a business presentation in Durban. Where were you this weekend? What were you doing this weekend towards your business? Today, what did you do towards your business? What did you do today? Month end, what is it that you do for your business? Do you plan your monthly target? Do you make sure that you meet your monthly target right at the end of the month? Are you making sure that everything is done the way it's supposed to be, the way you planned it to be? What are you doing, guys? What is it that you do? Your daily method of operation. Ask yourself those questions. Have your non-negotiables. Some of our team members are not in this meeting. They're not attending the training because it's negotiable. Tembagazi is in the meeting and she's talking to Daddy. No such things. Tembagazi. Tembagazi. Have your what are your non-negotiables when it comes to your business? What are your I know that when especially women, they've got societies where they put money together, maybe every twice a month they meet, for these societies where they cook, they eat, they drink, they do this. They've got a dress code, it's all white. For some of them, it's non-negotiables. That's your non-negotiables. Do you have non-negotiables in your business? On Saturdays, when there's a presentation, I am at the presentation. Is that one of your non-negotiables? Good. No, it's negotiable. If there's a wedding, I'll start with the wedding. If there's a party, a kid's party, my friend's kid's party, I'll start there. The business presentation can wait. What are your non-negotiables when it comes to your business, guys? If you want to earn good money in network marketing, you need to have your non-negotiables. You need to follow a system. You need to do the small things frequently. 5cc is not a one-off thing. You should not be over-celebrated because this month you decided to do it. Next month you don't do it. The following month when you do it, I must over-celebrate you. No. It must be consistent because you are preparing yourself to teach others. You are leading yourself first. So it should not be negotiable that you're going to do 5cc when you can. If you are working and you were hired by Bas John, you are not going to do it when you can because you don't want to lose your job. You don't want to be disciplined. You don't want to lose your bread. You are going to do 5cc sometimes 10, 15, 20 because Bas John says so. That slide that says in our business presentation, forever is not a job. I agree, but if you treat it like a job, it will pay you like a business person. If you treat forever like a job, if you're scared of forever like you're scared of your Bas John, if you give it your all like you give it to your job, the commitment, you don't even want to be late at work because while late, you're going to be disciplined. You want to make sure that the targets are met on monthly basis. Whatever that needs to be done daily, it is done to the T so that you hand over to the next person who's coming on shift. Everything is done to the T because you want to stay out of trouble. You want to get paid. If you can take all of that and do all of that in running your forever business, guys, you'll be millionaires. I promise you, you'll run a multi-millionaire business in forever. You'll run when I said to you, to whom much is given, a lot is taken. This is what I meant. A lot is taken. You need to give yourself fully. You need to do everything fully before you start saying things are not working. Before you give up, you need to do it fully. Trust me, you'll never give up. You'll never stop because you'll be one of the top 1% earners in the world of network marketing if you treat your forever business as your Bas John. Your business doesn't fail for lack of opportunity, but for weak habits. Hope you got that. If you've got weak habits and you say you're doing your best, your business will definitely fail. It's not the opportunity that lacks. It's your habits that are weak. That's why you are not winning. Fail fast, win fast, guys. Normalize failure. It's part of success. Let's not cry. You crowd foul when we've pushed and we did not reach the level. It's okay. You're gonna reach it next time. I don't understand people that said, I did my best. I closed on 7cc and did not close 10cc. Next month they stopped doing the business. Haibo, guys, you are so spoiled. Employee mindset kicks in. It's part of you, actually. It doesn't kick in. It's part of you. If you did not do it, try again. That 7cc, put money in your pocket. There's money, full money in your pockets because of that 7cc. We forget the main thing. The main thing is to make money. Yes, we are chasing targets. Yes, we are chasing level because that's where money is. But the main thing is to make money. Normalize failure, guys. It's part of success. Rejection, you're not special. I don't know. Your situation is not special just because you were rejected or people promised to join and they didn't. It happens to us every single day. It's just redirection. People promise to buy, but they never bought. It's okay. You're not special. We are the same. It happens to all of us. It's just for redirection. So rejection is not something that's bad. You are rejected from a very young age. How many no's have you had from your mom and dad growing up? Mommy, can I have money to buy sweets? No. Mommy, can I go to a school trip? No. Mommy, can we get a TV? No. Mommy, can I? No. How many no's did you grow? Did that mean that your parents don't love you because they were saying no to you? We are so used to no's, guys. Let's not act as if we are hearing no's for the first time now that we are in forever. How many times did your employer say, no, you can't go to that event because you have to be at work? No, you can't get that leave day because you cannot get that leave because, there's stock taking. You cannot do this because there's this. You cannot do this because there's a meeting that I need you to attend. How many no's have you received in your life, Jay, generally, beside forever? And now when you come into forever and somebody says no, oh my God, the world must stop because you're going to die. You're going to leave the business because someone said no. It's redirection, guys. Let's not treat forever as a miracle business. It's not. It might do miracles in your life, yes, but it's not a miracle business. For you to, enjoy the fruits of your business, enjoy doing it hard. Because if it's easy, you are never going to enjoy the fruits. Nothing good comes out of an easy thing. If you want to live an easy life, you must do the hard things. If you want to live in a hard life, then do the easy things. I'm sure you guys have, you've got experience of that. One way or the other in your life, somewhere, you know that easy things will give you a hard life. It builds, I don't know, when you are, I don't know, I don't want to say vulnerable, but when you act as if you're not used to this, you're building a very high wall between yourself and success because you are spoiled. You are really spoiled, or you act as if you're spoiled. You're pretending to be spoiled. Failure also builds resilience to guys. It builds resilience to last and lead. I've failed in my forever journey. I have failed. And every time I fail, I become a completely different person. Because for me, it's a character building season. It's not failure. It's either we win or we learn. We don't fail. If we look at it like that, you'll understand that it is required. It's a must. Because you must be pruned so you can become better. Diamonds always go under pressure, guys. For them to be diamonds and shine like that, they go under pressure. Allow yourself. Pressure is not nice. Pressure is never nice. Allow yourself to fail and learn from that so that you can improve. It builds resilience to last and lead. Fail forward, guys. Learn fast. Implement fast. Fail fast. Learn again and win fast. You're starting a forever journey, you're going to learn. We're going to teach you. You're going to implement what we are teaching you. You're going to be successful a bit, but you're going to fail. Do it fast. Everything, do it fast. Once you fail fast, come back, relearn fast, and then start winning fast. Time is not waiting for us. Time is not waiting for us. Success loves speed. Vision casting, guys, see your future with consistency. One day you'd want to build your business globally. You can build your business outside of South Africa, Botswana. That's still SADC, but build in Botswana, build in Mozambique, build in Lesotho. When are you going to start doing that when you can't even lead yourself right now? You're still doing the job. You focus on selling and recruiting a little bit because recruiting is hard. When are you going to start looking at globally expanding your business? When are you going to start speaking? Because you've got that in your business. It's there. It's waiting for you to claim it and do it. It's not for Abom Tagaban. It's for so and so. It's for you. You can build your business. When do you start? When do you start experiencing and enjoying financial freedom? When do you start talking about building a legacy when you still cannot lead yourself? Because all of these things are linked to you leading others through duplication. We are not just selling products, guys. We are changing lives. We are not just selling products. And we're not just recruiting. We are changing lives. And that's where the real business is. The real business is not in selling products. That's a job. The real business is changing the lives that you have touched. If your vision doesn't scare you, it's too small. If you're still relaxing month end, if right now you're sitting on zero and you're okay, maybe forever is not for you. That's the truth. Maybe you're on your way out as well. Maybe you're just waiting for the right time to exit the group. If your vision doesn't scare you, it's too small. You are settling, basically. You are living an at least life. If your life was good, you wouldn't be doing forever. You wouldn't even be needing forever. Everybody who is in forever, guys, is because we're looking for something extra. I don't care how spoiled you think you are as a wife, how spoiled you think you are as a daughter, as a son. If you are in forever, it's because you feel like there's a gap that you need to fill. You feel like you need a bit extra. That's why you found yourself in forever. There's no such a thing as, Loyana Vele, she's a spoiled wife. If she was a spoiled wife, she would not be in forever to start with. What is she doing in forever? What are you doing in forever if you are spoiled and taken care of? There's no such. If you're going back to that life, that means your vision is too small. That's where you're going to be in that bucket forever for good. You're going to be working for all, but you're going to change bus Johns because you are highly educated. You're going to be applying and applying because you don't want to take forever seriously. I've got my degree. I can always get a job and get an increase elsewhere. That's where it's going to end for you. You're never going to discover your full potential. Ever. Because you are controlled by the systems. That degree is controlling you. That's a system you are plugged in. That's where your life ends, in that degree. You need to find that job because that's where it ends for you. That's what you went to school for. You know? That's your weapon. That's all you have. But you still have potential in you that you have not discovered because of that system, because of that paper. You are holding yourself, containing yourself, because that's all you want to do, because that's all you know. If your vision doesn't scare you, it's too small. What is your vision, guys? What are your personal goals? Please share in the chat box. What are your personal goals? You know, as a person, what goals do you have for yourself? And incorporate the business there. What are your team goals? Where do you want to see your team, not you? I know where I want to see the tech family. It's no longer about me. If the tech family gets to where I want to see it, I'm going to get to where I want to go. Either way, there's no two way about it. There is no two way about it. So I'm not going to continue doing the job only. I'll do the job and run the real business because my business is in my team getting to where I want to see it. You know, automatically I'll get to where I want to be. So what, you cannot just have your own personal goals. I want to pay off my debt. I want to build a house for my mom. I want to be in a property business. What about your team? Because all of that will not happen without your team getting to where you would like to see it one day. Where does your team want to go? What do they want to achieve? Do you know? Where's your team? Did you just recruit them? And that's it. About drop a group and you were waiting for somebody to coach them for you, but you want to build a home for your mom one day. You want to buy a brand new car one day. You know, it's not going to happen. You are doing the job. You are you are a glorified employee in your own business. Because your team goals will automatically make your dreams come true. You know, lifestyle vision. Where do you want to see your team? You know, in the next 2 years, you're not you can want to buy that GLC like Coach Zama. I don't know if it's a GLC Coach Zama, but I know you bought a beast. You can want that beast, but if your team is not winning, you're not going to get the beast. They must win where they are. Their next level is a win for them, guys. Winning doesn't mean we must all buy big cars. No. A win for me where I am could be just me being able to do a paving at home. If I'm able to help somebody to do a paving at home, that person has won. I'm going to win. If I want to, you know, pay off a bond, for example, for the fact that I've managed to help Amanda, you know, to build a forum home for umamake, I would definitely pay off my bond. But if Amanda cannot pay off that, build that four-bedroom home that she wants to build for her mom, I'm not going to be able to pay off my, but where's the money going to come from? Because she needs to make money for me to make money. Have you ever thought of that, guys? You know, lifestyle does not always mean big houses, big cars. Lifestyle means being able to move from a back room and building your own two-room. That's a lifestyle for me. Building your own two-room and putting your nice furniture in your two-room. We all start from somewhere. You know, lifestyle for me is moving from a flat into my own three-bedroom home. Lifestyle for me is being able to replenish groceries every week instead of buying it once a month. Lifestyle for me is being able to move from, buying groceries only from Checkers into spoiling myself at Woolworths now and again. If I'm able to help somebody do that, I'm going to be able to do what I want to do. We are building legacies, guys, not just sales. We are leading people, not products. Be excited with your own sales. That's great. We love it for you. Well done. We are happy. We are learning. But what about the people that you are leading? You are not leading sales. You're not leading product. You are leading people. You are selling product. And that's a job that you need to master. So you can teach it to these people so they can also be able to master what you're mastering and teach it to others. And that's where legacies are going to be built. If your vision doesn't scare you, guys, it's too small. I've repeated this 3 times. If your vision doesn't, you might have it, which is good. We all have visions. We all want to see, we all dream, basically. But if that dream doesn't scare you, it's not yet big. It's too small. This is a tag vision for this year. Each leader under the tag family tree must not can they now I'm being a head coach now, guys. I'm going head coach on you. I'm not begging you. I'm not asking you. I am telling you. Because if I was Boss John, I was not going to ask you or beg you. I was going to tell you because I'm paying you a salary. I'm not a Boss John. But right now, when you listen to me as if I'm your Boss John. Ne? All the leaders under tag, leaders meaning managers and beyond, you guys must raise nothing less than 5 new managers by the end of December 2025. And those managers are going to come from the people in this meeting. So this implicates you as well, guys. This is your target as well, because those managers are going to come from the people who are in this meeting. Minimum. Doesn't have to be 5. So all the leaders that I'm leading, for the time that I'm giving to them, for the coaching that I'm giving to them, for the commitment that I have with them, for everything that I do with this is all I'm asking in return. This is all I'm asking in return, for you to touch and change the lives of 5 families directly under you between now and December. Get those families to a level where they are able to earn a multiple 5-figure income. And watch what that will do for your own businesses. We need sapphires in Dubai next year, guys. We want to see sapphires on stage. And they're not just going to jump and happen. So all the leaders, I can even mention the names of the leaders in the tag. I won't even finish them, but they know themselves. Mamzulu, Coach Zamangwe, Coach Zamacele, Coach Ayanda, Mr. P, Bab Zondi, Tria. I don't want to leave anyone out, but I'm just giving you examples of the leadership I'm talking about. Leaders, managers, and beyond. Stobile, all of you. Coach Zamahlengwa, Coach Pilile, Coach Balintoza, everyone who is a manager and beyond. This is your target, guys. I'm not joking. This one, you're not going to be soft, talking me on the side and say, but my leader, there's no but my leader on this one. 5 managers between now and December is the minimum that I would love to see from my leaders in the tech family. And you guys will see the massive growth that will happen in the whole team just by focusing on this goal. Minimum 5. We're going to continue, obviously, but this is just up until December. Minimum 5. So I'm giving it to you. You need to make it somebody else's responsibility in your team. I am giving it to you, and I need to see all of you raising a minimum of 5. I'm going to be part of that too. I'm part of the target because I cannot give a target that I cannot do. I cannot tell you to do what I'm not supposed to, what I cannot do myself. So I'm gonna do so that you guys can see that it's doable. But each and every leader, manager, and beyond in the team in the tech family, by December, this is your target, and this is the vision that I'd like to see between now and December. I'm casting it to you, leaders. I'm giving it to you. 5 families must tell a different story by the 1st of January 2026. We must have 5 families in each team, minimum, telling a completely different story. Call to action, decide today. You are the managers, guys, that they're going to come back to and say, listen, let's go to manager. You need to put in the work. I am giving them the responsibility to raise you to manager, but they're not going to put in the work for you. They're going to coach, they're going to guide, they're going to support, they're going to give you incentives, but that's all they can do. That's all they can do. The work must come from you. 80% of it must come from you. 20% will come from them, right? Sell, recruit, duplicate, and lead. Sell, recruit, duplicate, and lead. Sell, recruit, duplicate, and lead. Lead yourself first. Don't wait for leaders. Don't wait for, plan your businesses, guys. Plan your daily method of operations, your weekly. Know how much you want to make per week. Have a target that you want to reach per week. It must not be connected or tied to your leader. That person has nothing to do with your business. They introduced you. Yes, we are happy. They introduced you. They should be paying attention, to what is happening in your business. They have a responsibility to make sure that you do the basics, but the doing comes from you, not from the leader. Before tonight ends, I know it's late, but at least talk to at least 3 people. I don't know what you're going to say to them. Talk to 3 people before you sleep and put, those responses or that action, because the responses don't depend on us. That action in the group, show us that you've spoken to 3 people. I know you might not do it because you never do anything that I say you must do on WhatsApp, whenever we have a meeting. But I hope this evening you're going to do that. You're going to do it, guys. Speak to 3 people. Whether you're going to follow up with those people or you're going to, share business opportunity that is happening on Friday, no, on Sunday, sorry, the most powerful women in network marketing that we are hosting for you, or you're going to share a business presentation that is done by the company on Thursday, or you're going to share a, product training link, whatever, or you're going to share a product with them that you want them to buy from you, but speak to 3 people before you sleep and share that in the group so that I can see that you've done it. 1 focused hour can change your business forever. You can even, divide it into 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, you are doing something. Every 15 minutes, you're doing something. Every 15 minutes, you're doing something. Start this today and incorporate it into your businesses you will see how your businesses will transform. It's not going to be a sudden change, but it's going to be, a good transformation. You will see 1 hour, 1 focus hour can change your business for good. Thank you so much, guys. We are going global. We are building legacies. The next success story has your name on it. The next success story has your name on it. I cannot wait to see such smiles coming from deep within because you've got a fat bank account. You are not accompanying others. You are not following your leader. You are now leading yourself and leading your team. And that smile that you see on the screen is coming from, you see my smile, it's not even a smile, because it is coming all the way from my toes because, the bank account is fat. Do you understand that? I want all of you to smile like that. Most leaders here, they're smiling because it comes from within. Their bank accounts are smiling because they are fed. I want all of us to smile like that. Get yourself to that point. We all start from somewhere and slowly smile your way up to the bank. Tag to the world, guys. We've used this hashtag while we're in Maldives. Tag to the world. We're not stopping. We're not stopping. We've decided to go to the world. I've decided that it's going to happen every single year. So whatever incentive that you are given by your leader, allow us to take you to the world. The incentive for Dubai, guys, get to manager and let's take you to the world. I know maybe you can afford to do it yourself, but it's always good when you've worked for it because it creates something beautiful in you and it also builds a beautiful, solid foundation for your business. Tech to the world, please be part of this. We want to promote this hashtag. We want to see tech to the world for real. We want to say from South Africa, from the dusty street of KZN, from the dusty street of Soweto, from the dusty street of Limpopo to the world. We want to say that, you know, with you, with love and leadership. Ngiyabonga kakhulu, and I hope you guys found value. This is the end of our session. Thank you very much. Questions, comments are welcome, but this is where I am stopping. Thank you.